Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. Cavs Celtics Game 2 on Thursday night, continuing on with the NBA playoffs. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday evening, so I don't know how I did on Wednesday night in the Knicks-Pacers Game 2. But I'm coming off a 2-0 NBA night. I had the Celtics in Game 1 last night, and then I had the under in Dallas, Oklahoma City, the same two games I'm talking about today. So coming off a nice NBA night. Hopefully that continues tonight with the Knicks. But yeah, Cavs Celtics Game 2 in Boston. Let's go.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, so like I said, we got Game 2 in Boston here, and looks like the Celtics are laying an even bigger number, 13.5. I do see a 13 open. Total sitting at 212. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we should see a 7-point Boston win. Final score, 107-100 Celtics. Injuries and inactives, and we'll start with Cleveland. Jarrett Allen on the report, again, listed as questionable. He's missed 4 straight games now. He hasn't played since Game 4 in Orlando. That was the last time we saw Jarrett Allen out there. Cleveland's definitely been missing him as well. So we'll have to wait and see it with him. On the Boston side, Kristaps Porzingis has been ruled out. I think there's a solid chance he might not return this playoffs. He's going to miss at least another week or two. All right, so what are our thoughts on Game 2 here? Obviously, let's start by taking a look at Game 1. Comfortable Celtics win. Final score is 120-95. Pretty much Boston controlled the game start to finish. Late in the third quarter, Cleveland did make it somewhat interesting, I guess. They brought it back within 12. It was 89-77. Donovan Mitchell was going off, and it looked like maybe the Celtics minus 12.5 cover was in jeopardy. But right after that, Peyton Pritchard hit a huge 29-footer or something to make it 15 again to end the quarter. And then it was Celtics cruise control from there. If we take a deeper look at Game 1, we could see Cleveland really struggled shooting the ball. Shot just 41.1% from the floor, 26.2% from 3. That is ugly. They got absolutely massacred on the boards, 55-38. That's a serious discrepancy. Cleveland actually won the turnover battle, 9-5. Cavs only turned the ball over 5 times. It makes a little bit of sense because Boston is not a defense that creates turnovers, but still, only 5 turnovers is nicely done by Cleveland. The story for the Cavs in that game, and basically this entire playoffs for Cleveland, can Donovan Mitchell get some help on the offensive side? He scored 33 points in Game 1. The rest of the team combined for 62. He shot 48% from the floor. The rest of the team 38.5. He shot 36.4% from 3. The rest of the team just 22.6. So Donovan Mitchell really not getting a ton of help on the offensive end. And you can see it's an entirely different game when Donovan Mitchell is on the court versus when he's off. In the 37 minutes that he played in Game 1, Cleveland had an average plus-minus per minute of minus 0.3. When Donovan Mitchell wasn't on the court, they averaged minus 1.27 per minute. So basically, those 11 minutes that Donovan Mitchell sat, Boston was absolutely clobbering the Cavs. And as we're looking at Game 2, we got to ask, if you're a Cleveland fan or if you want to bet the Cavs here, where are you expecting the regression to come from? First of all, the Cavs were hitting their open shots. They had 19 wide open threes, according to NBA advanced stats. So that's 19 three-point attempts where they had 6 feet or more of space, and they hit them. 8 of 19, 42.1% from 3. So it's not like, oh, Cleveland had all these opportunities, they didn't take advantage. No, they were hitting their open shots. And there's actually several areas of Game 1 where I feel the regression's on the side of Boston. Like I said, the Cavs only had 5 turnovers. Donovan Mitchell is due for a bad game. We saw him have several of those in the Orlando series. He's been locked in for 3 straight games. And he looked exhausted in Game 1. There was a point at the end of the third quarter where he had a few buckets in a row where the camera panned to him running back on defense, and he was out of breath, man. He was exhausted. So in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before we see a bad game from Donovan Mitchell. And by the way, Jason Tatum played like shit. 7 of 19 from the floor, 18 points, 0 of 5 from 3. He's bound to go off one of these games. I mean, if you're looking for some reason to bet Cleveland, I guess you could point at the rebounding. Boston did dominate Cleveland on the glass, 55-38. But the thing is, if you look at their full season numbers on the glass, Boston was the better rebounding team. So, yeah, maybe it's not 55-38. Maybe there is a little bit of regression room there for Cleveland to bring that discrepancy closer. But I still expect the Celtics to win the rebounding battle. I don't see any reason why we don't go right back to Boston in this one. I guess my biggest worry would be what happened in the first round. Because you remember, kind of looked just like this. Game 1 against Miami, Boston blows them out. It was 114-94, won and covered. Then game 2, everyone was saying, yo, Celtics got this. It's a sweep. Everyone was betting Boston. Miami won that game outright, 111-101. And there's a lot of similarities there. So I guess maybe if you're following the pattern for the first round, you could play Cleveland. But personally, all the numbers I'm looking at show that Boston should beat Cleveland again, maybe even more convincingly. So I don't know if I'm going to lay the 13.5. I'll probably do another same game parlay, just like I did in game 1. It worked for me. So I'll probably do like a Boston money line, Boston team total over, Cleveland team total under, kind of a combination like I did in game 1. But if you're asking me to pick against the spread, I'd lay the points with Boston. If you're asking me to pick the total, I'd probably go under at 212.5 because I don't see the Cavs putting up a big number here. So it'll be Boston and the under for me. If you want my top bets for NBA or MLB, or you want the top bets from anyone on the staff here, head over to KyleKirms.com. They're all posted right there on the website. There's also a link to join the Discord on there if you're interested. Let's have ourselves a nice Thursday. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, I had a nice Wednesday night. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.